Hi guys, I am Deshawn and I'm coming to you today with a story time. Y'all wanted me to do a story time, so I'm gonna do a story time. And y'all wanted a story time about one of my new boos. So I'm gonna do a story time about one of my new boos. Okay. Okay, so how do we start this? We're gonna start from the beginning, from when I first met him. So I met him at my new infusion place. That's how I met him, you guys. So I was sitting there in the chair, you know what I'm saying, laughing and joking with the nurses or whatever, because it was, how many of them was it? Two behind the counter, two on the floor, and two behind that screen that y'all saw. It, y'all, I'm tripping. Y'all, I am tripping. I thought I saw somebody arm reaching for me. I'm tripping. But anyways, and there was two behind the ice machine y'all saw. So we in there tripping, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know I like making people laugh, so that's what I was doing. You know, I'm in there talking and everybody laughing, having a good time. So then, and mind you, it was all females. Well, it was one dude to the right to me. He was in the chair on the right hand side, but he was knocked out, y'all. When I tell y'all he was knocked out, whatever medicine he was getting had him out. And that's how it be when you be so relaxed up in there when they pumping you up or whatever they pumping you up, you go to sleep. So, anyways, everybody was just laughing, having a good time. Dude was asleep, and in walks this man, y'all. In walks this man. So you know what I'm saying? I took notice when he walked in, cause first of all he was tall. He was but not nasty tall. Like I say about 6'2", and he was thick, but not fat. You know what I'm saying? Cause when you tall, you have to weigh a lot to look fat. So he did not look fat. He just looked thick, you know what I'm saying, in the right places, if you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? He on his scrubs. So, I'm looking, he walking in. I'm just like, I'm saying, figuring out, doing my math. You know what I'm saying? He looked like, okay, first of all, he had some big feet. Not saying that matters, but I'm just saying, for some of y'all like big feet. He had big feet, and he had thick thighs because them scrub pants, they were fitted. And from the back, y'all, he had junk in the trunk. You know what I'm saying? And I like that. You know what I'm saying? I like men who have junk in their trunk. And you know what I'm saying? Y'all, he had broad shoulders, you know what I'm saying? Like he looked like a football player, but I know he wasn't a football player, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm looking, and then he sat down to the left of me, and I was just like, really looking now. So, he introduced himself. Don't ask me what his name was, because y'all know I can't remember. But we're going to call him, we're gonna come up with a name for him at the end, because I'm gonna have to tell y'all the story first. So, you know, he talking to me and asking me questions and asking me, how I'm doing. And he was like, are you ready? And I'm looking at him. I'm like, am I ready for what? And he was like, for what I'm about to do to you. I said, what you finna do to me? And he was like, I'm finna poke you. I was like, okay. So, you know what I'm saying? I get comfortable in the chair, because y'all know them chairs, they recline all the way back. So, I get comfortable in the chair, and see, the type of chairs they have, okay, at the other place, you press a button and they recline. At this place, they don't recline like that. So I'm sitting back I'm like, hey, what are y'all? I was talking to the girls that was in the room. I was like, hey, what are y'all? Tell me how I left this seat back. I need this seat to go all the way back. So he was like, I got you. And I was like, okay. So, you know what I'm saying? He take the chair, he take his hand and pushed the top back and he laid back. I was like, okay. So he laid me back and I was like, it's like I go down. You know what I'm saying? So I asked him, I said, you want me to take off my boot or whatever? Because y'all know I wear my brace or whatever. So I asked him, did he want me to take it off? And he was like, if you want to. I was like, yeah. So I want to be real comfortable. So, you know, he's like, okay. So he took my brace off. Yeah, he started undressing me. I mean, just the brace part, just the brace part. So I was like, so what else you want me to take off? He was like, you can take that jacket off. Because I have no jacket because it be cold in there, y'all. It be cold. I was like, okay. So I took my jacket off. He was like, you cold? I said, well, I was. He was like, hold on, I'll be right back. So he got up, he walked away, he came back, he had a blanket. And he was like, this is a heated blanket. And I love heated blankets. So I was like, okay. So he laid the heated blanket across my legs. I was like, oh, it's about to go down. We're about to have some fun. So, you know what I'm saying? He put the heated blanket on me and everything. So he was like, I'm finna give you your medicine. And I was like, okay. Why is there always somebody knocking on my door when I'm talking to y'all? Okay, yeah, I'm back. Where was we at? Oh, he said he finna give me my medicine. So I was like, what kind of medicine is this? And that's when he told me, he was like, it's Tylenol. And he showed it to me. I was like, what kind of Tylenol is this? I ain't never in my life seen no Tylenol that big. It was, y'all, it was two big old pills. I was like, what kind of Tylenol is this? And he told me because the prescription, it was so much in it. That's why it was so big. I was like, that's big. He was like, yeah. He's like, you want some water with it? I was like, sure. So, you know what I'm saying? He got me some water, and I asked him, I said, is it going to taste chalky? Because they was the chalky type of pills. I have never seen chalky Tylenol before. And he was like, nah. He said, what you got to do is, he said, you got to stick your tongue out and raise your tongue up and put it under your tongue and swallow. I was like, what? He said, you got to put it under your tongue and swallow it. He said, so you won't taste it. I was like, ain't nobody ever told me that trick before. And he was like, yeah. He said, that's how you do it if you don't want to taste it. I was like, okay, I don't want to taste it, but I'm going to do what you said. So I did it like he told me to do, and it worked. I didn't taste it. I'm so glad, because like I said, they were big and chalky. I ain't never seen no Tylenol like that. So anyways, I took the medicine and everything, and you know, he came and sat to the left of me. He was like, you ready for me to poke you? I was like, yeah, I'm ready. Yo, why he started pulling out these needles and stuff? I was like, wait a minute now. What you finna do? He said, I told you I'm finna poke you. I was like, you ain't say nothing about no needles. And he was like, what you thought I was gonna poke you with? I was like, something hard, but not hard enough to go through my skin. And he was like, nah. He's like, I'm gonna fuck you with this needle. Yo, y'all know I don't like shots. Y'all know I don't like shots. And I told him that. I said, I do not like shots. And he's like, I understand. I said, listen. I said, you can't, if you trying to take some blood from me, you cannot do it in my arm. You know what I'm saying? That's why I told him. I said, you can't do it in my arm. And he was like, where do you take it from? I said, well, normally people, they have to take the blood from my hand because you can't take it from my arm, whatever. And he said, well, good thing I'm not finna take your blood. I was like, so what you finna do? So He was like, I'm finna hook the machine up to you. I was like, oh, okay. So I still explained to him. I said my veins, they real small or whatever. And he was like, I understand. He said, but he said I can do it. I said, but wait a minute. Before you stick me, let me just tell you. I said you need to get a heating pad and heat me up. You know what I'm saying? So that it'll, go in easier. It'll slide in easier once you get me hot. And he was like, okay. So he left, went and got a heating pad, whatever, and he put it on there. And then like on my arm, cause y'all know I've been going to the doctor getting a whole bunch of shots or whatever. So my arm, I had all kind of bruises and stuff. So I explained to him. I said, wait, let me tell you something. He told me, what? What's wrong? I said, I just want to let you know that all these bruises, this this not from drugs. I said it's from the doctors. They've been giving me shots and stuff. I said, I promise you, I'm not a dope fiend. And he was like, I wasn't thinking that. I was like, I just want to make sure, so I just want to let you know I'm not a dope fiend. So why all the girls in there, they laughing and stuff, he laughing. And I wanted the girls, I wanted them, the nurses and stuff, I wanted them to be quiet so that I can really talk to him and get to know him. You know what I'm saying? I can't get to know him and they started cackling. You know what I'm saying? They laughing about other conversations we done had. So, I'm telling him, I'm like, it's gonna hurt. He said, it probably will. He said, but I'm gonna make it as easy as I can. And I was like, oh, like, yeah, I don't like needles at all. So, you know what I'm saying? He take the heating pad, he removed the heating pad, and he cleaning it with the alcohol. You know what they do and everything. And I'm looking at him, I'm looking at his arms, he has some muscles, but not nasty muscles, not like Hercules or nothing like that. But you could tell that, he was naturally built like that. So he put it in, and I was okay. He eased it in. He was real good at what he did. Yeah. So, I'm looking at him, and his hair was salt and pepper. And I don't know if y'all know this, but I love a man with some salt and pepper hair. But I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, why does he have salt and pepper hair and he's young, y'all? Like, he looked like he was like, I say early 30s. So why does he have salt and pepper hair? Or whatever. I said, maybe he dyed it like that. Because I do know people who add gray to their hair to make them look more mature. So, I brought it to his attention that I noticed. And I said, I like your hair. And he was like, thank you. And the girl who was sitting on my left side, she was like, long as you have her, that's all that really matters. And I was like, right? And then, everybody in there was just laughing. We be acting. Y'all know wherever I go, I'm putting on a show. So that's how we be getting in trouble. When, like, if you with me, 99% of the time, we gonna get in trouble. So, he was like, well, yeah, this is my hair. And he went to explain why his hair looked the way it did. Why was it salt and pepper with him being young? Because, the lady on the left, she said, you look like a baby. Which, he didn't look that young. You know what I'm saying? He did look young, though. So he was like, in his family, they get gray hair at a very young age. And I've heard that before because I have a friend who, from where they're from, his family, they get gray hair like very young, like when they're teenagers. So I've heard that before, and he went into details about it, and I was trying to remember where my friend was from to see maybe if they were family. I don't even know why I was trying to remember, because y'all know I wasn't going to remember. So, I was just listening to him talk and everything. He said he used to be ashamed about it. He said, but it's just how it's always been. And I was like, don't feel ashamed. I said, I love a man with some gray in his hair. So that's what I said, right? Because I do, y'all know I like a man who had gray hair or whatever. So like whenever I meet a dude and he got gray hair, I don't ever want him to feel ashamed about his gray hair. I want him to know that that is attractive to me. I love a man with some gray hair. You know what I'm saying? So I told him that, and he was like, "Really?" I was like, "Yeah." I said, "I think that is so hot." And he was like, "Really?" I was like, "Yeah." So me and him talking, getting to know each other. So, I asked him, y'all, there's something wrong with me. But I asked him, I said, am I your first? And he was like, my first what? He was like, my first what? I said, I know I'm your first. He's like, my first what? I said, matter of fact, I'm all of y'all first, whatever. And he was like, what you talking about? And then all the girls and stuff, they were laughing because they knew or whatever. I said, go ahead. When people ask you who I am, I said, you let them know that I'm your first. And he was like, my first what? What are you talking about? I said, I'm the first. I'm the first woman you ever had. And he was like, what? I was like, yeah. He was like, no. He said, there's other females up in here that I done did. I said, you did? He was like, yeah, you. He said, you're not the first person I did. I was like, no. I said, bump all them other females. They ain't like me. They not like me, sweetie. I said, I'm your first. So you better tell people that I'm your first. And he was like, but you're not. And then, the girls, whatever, the nurses, whatever, they was like, she talking about she's the first person getting this kind of procedure that you've done. And he was like, oh, he started laughing because y'all know I get Ocrevus, you know what I'm saying, and I get it every 6 months. All them other people in there, they don't. And they had told me, the doctor had told me, and that's why it took so long for me to get my infusion, because they had to go to training to learn how to give me my treatment. You know what I'm saying? So I knew I was his first because the doctor had already told me they didn't know how to do it. They had to learn, blah, 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 blah. So, I told him that and everything. He was like, oh, he's like, okay. He said, I thought you were saying that you was the first person that I had to give a needle to. I was like, no. I said, I was just saying, I'm the first person that you had to give this type of infusion to. And he was like, yeah, yeah. So I said, so remember when people ask you who am I, you tell them I'm your first. So he was like, okay, I'll be sure to do that. So anyway, so time go by, we getting to know each other and everything. So I asked him, because y'all know at the other place they had the little snack tray with all the snacks, and I was hungry, my stomach was growling, and it was time for me to take my medicine or whatever, because my alarm went off and let me know. So my alarm went off, and he was like, you want me to get that for you? I was like, yes, please. So he got my alarm for me, and he turned it off, and he was like, what that mean? I said, it's time for me to take my medicine. And he was like, you want some water? I was like, no, I'm gonna just use this water you had already gave me or whatever. He was like, okay, cool. And I was like, but I would like a snack. And he was like, oh yeah, we got snacks. I was like, yeah, you do? He was like, yeah. I said, tell me what kind you got. And he said, I do you even better. He said, I bring you all of them. Baby, when he said that, he gonna bring them all. I got excited. Cause y'all remember at my old place, they would bring me the whole thing. So I was like, yes. So here you go, get the tray, whatever, bring it back. I see all the snacks. It really wasn't nothing too good. And y'all saw I got the what did I get the first time? Oh, I got the cheese crackers and the goldfish. So, you know what I'm saying? He was like, "That's all you want?" I was like, "Yeah, these are the only ones I really see that I like." And I said, "And it's cheese, so it should be okay." So he was like, sorry, I couldn't bring you something else. So, you know what I'm saying? He was like, "But if you want some more, just let me know." I was like, "Okay." And I asked him, I said, "What you eating for lunch?" And he's like, he don't even know. I said, "What time you going on lunch?" He said, "Well, I go on lunch at 12 o'clock." I said, "Okay, well, when you get ready to go to lunch, you let me know, and then I'll tell you what I want from your lunch." And he was like, "Okay, bitch." So when he said that, of course, other people up in there was like, "Yeah, let us know so we can tell you what we want." Girl, hold up. He didn't say he bringing everybody something. They all up in our conversation, you know what I'm saying? Putting their little 2 cents in. So, you know what I'm saying? Time go by, and I was trying to fight my sleep, y'all, because he gave me some Benadryl, and that Benadryl, y'all had that Benadryl drip. Baby, that drip had me, woo, I was trying not to drool. And I told him that I was like, if I start drooling, I said, just wake me up. He said, it's okay if you go to sleep and you drool. I said, no, it's not okay. I said, I don't want to go to sleep. He said, but it's okay. That means you're comfortable or whatever. I said, yeah, but I don't want you to see me with drool all over me. He said, well, you got a mask on, so I'm not going to see it. First of all, y'all, when he gave me my medicine, I had to take the mask out. This is why your breath has to be fresh, because you never know when you have to take your mask off. So when I was taking my medicine, I took my mask off. My breath was fresh and my lips was moisturized just in case he wanted to kiss me, y'all, because I was ready. When I tell you I was ready for him, I was ready. So, you know what I'm saying? Time went by, lunchtime came, and he told me he was going to get some. It was something that I did not want, and I was like, "Ugh." He was like, "You don't eat that?" I was like, "Nah." He was like, "Well, tell me what you want." I was like, "Nah, don't even worry about it." Like, I really didn't want him to bring me nothing, because all the other ladies in there was already in their feelings. You know what I'm saying? Because he ain't asked them or whatever. And I think it was against their rules for them to bring us stuff anyway. So I didn't want to get him in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Not like that. Anyways, so he went, got his lunch. He came back with his lunch, and he didn't even eat it. And I was like, "Why you didn't eat?" He's like, "Well, I was like ready to come back." I was like, "Why, you missed me?" He said, "Yeah, I did." So, me and him talking. Of course, everybody putting their little 2 cents in on our conversations or whatever we was talking about or whatever, because everybody was listening. Because I talk loud, he don't talk loud. I talk loud or whatever. Come to find out, he was single, which was a plus, you guys. He was single, and you know what I'm saying? He was ashamed, y'all, of his body. Why? This man body was amazing. He was like, he want to lose weight, but why? Because y'all know I love me a big man. You know what I'm saying? I love me a big man. And he said he wanted to lose weight. Why much he say he weighed? He said he weighed 250. 250, it hit differently when you're tall. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't tell that he weighed no 250 because he was tall. So I'm like, and I told him that. I was like, you don't look like you weigh 250. I said, you look small. Not like small, but you know what I'm saying? You look thick, like slim thick. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not fat, but you're not skinny either. You like right there in the middle. So that's what I told him. He was like, no, I don't like that. I was like, but it look good on you, you know what I'm saying? I mean, he did look good, y'all. He looked good. But again, he was young, and y'all know I don't like him young. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't too young, but he just I prefer a man that 45 and up, and he wasn't nowhere near that. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, then I started thinking of people I could hook him up with, and I was like, wait, I don't do that no more. So I was like, let me stop thinking like that because I can't hook him up with nobody. And he was telling me where he lived. He told me about his brother. He had a brother, and y'all, I really, really, really liked him. And then he was like, he asked me, he was like, did you want some more snacks? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, okay, I'm finna go get you some more. He's like, you want the same thing? I was like, yeah. Y'all, why he went, got me the same thing I had, plus a whole bunch more. He's like, I brought you some extra so you can take home. That's my type of man. That's my type of man. You know what I'm saying? You know I'm a fat girl and I need the extra. So, you know what I'm saying? I put him in my bag and he was like, yeah, it like he was really nice. I really, really, really liked him and everything. But it was something missing. It was something missing about him. So I was like, I was getting ready to go and I told him that. And he was like, yeah. He was like, you got 30 more minutes. And I was like, yeah. So I was listening and waiting for him to ask me for my phone number. Mind you, I know he couldn't do it out loud in front of everybody, but he could have wrote it on a piece of paper, you know, asked for my number. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's ways that if he wanted my number, he could have got my number. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't ask for my number. He was like, I can't wait to see you next time, blah, 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 all that good stuff. And I'm thinking in my mind, you can see me before next time if you just ask for my number. And I was like, I can't ask for his number because, everybody watching me because they waiting to see what's the next thing I'm going to say so they can laugh. So I'm just like, he needs to write down his number, go behind the desk, write his number, and slide it to me. That's all he had to do. Yeah. Tell me why. Tell me why. When we was talking, we was getting ready to leave, and I asked him, I said, so, you said you single. I said, so who you go home to? And he was like, I don't go home to nobody. He said, I just go home to myself. So I was like, yeah, you told me you just moved and you're by yourself. And I was like, I told you I got two girls. And he was like, yeah. And he was like, he asked me for a picture of them. He wanted to see a picture of them. He was like, oh, they're so cute. They look just like you, blah, blah, blah. So, y'all, I'm still waiting for him to hurry up and slide me these digits before it was time for me to go. Yo, he left and went into another room. And when he left, one of the girls made a comment that he is such a good man. Too bad that he don't want a woman. I was like, what you mean? Like I understand some people they single and they want to stay single. I get it. And she was like, he on the other side, you know what I mean? I was like, what? She was like, yeah. I was like, but why? You know what I'm saying? Let me tell y'all, this man was a good size. He smelled good. He Everything was a check mark on him. Everything. Where he lived, where he was from, everything. Check, 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 check. But I knew it was something missing because he wasn't asking for my digits. He wasn't sliding me his number. I knew something was missing. Something was wrong, and that's what it was, you guys. That is what it was. But he's still my boo. You know what I'm saying? He still hook me up with snacks. Whenever I see him. I've already seen him twice so far, and he always hooked me up with the snacks, and it just. And here's the thing: I've dated men on the other side before. I've done that before. Y'all know that. I done told y'all during story time. I've dated men on the other side before, so that doesn't bother me that he's on the other side. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't bother me at all. Like, if it was a situation, if he wanted me to be his and he stayed on the other side, I would do that for him. I would do that. But he just had to ask me. He got to ask me. You know what I'm saying? But he's so professional. You know what I'm saying? He won't slide me his digits. He's not asking me for my digits. For one thing, everybody be up in our conversation when we talking. Like, the workers and, the people that's in there getting their infusion or whatever. Everybody, because that's why, y'all, at times, I be wanting to tell them, y'all gotta back up. Y'all gotta move. You know what I'm saying? They waiting to see what's the next thing that's gonna come out my mouth so they can laugh. But sometimes I just be needing a moment, and I wanted just a quiet moment with just me and him. But we couldn't get there because everybody kept waiting for me to say the next crazy thing. Y'all know I'm always saying crazy stuff. But I just wanted a moment with him, get to know him on another level. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's my new infusion boo. You know what I'm saying? What we gonna call him, y'all? We're gonna call him Mr. Cheesy Snacks. Yeah, we're gonna call him Cheesy Snacks because that's one of the things he said that he noticed about me. He said, I noticed that you like the cheesy snacks. So we're gonna call him Mr. Cheesy Snack. So yeah, I really like him a lot as a friend. So, he gonna be my cheesy snack boo at the effusions, you know what I'm saying? So, you guys, that was my story time. Y'all wanted to know about him. Boom! There you go. Now you know about him. Y'all know I enjoy doing story time with y'all. I thank y'all for watching and listening. If you want to hear another story time, let me know, because y'all know I got plenty of them. Y'all know I do. So I will TTYL. Talk to you later.